Are you struggling with how much money you're spending on groceries each week? If you are, you're not alone. I am feeling it too. And if you've been around, then you know I've been working on sale prices, coupons, all the things to try to spend less money. But at the same time, I have to recognize that part of the problem is me. Part of the problem is my own lack of organization. So I'm going to tell you the mistakes that I'm making today as I work my way through getting things set up for next week so that I'm not wasting money on food that could go to something else that I'd rather do, like, I don't know, get my nails done. But anyway, or to buy more food. So one of the problems, the first thing I will say is I have really struggled in the meal plan department of just not writing it down and sticking to it. So I've been really trying harder this week to not only have a meal plan, but to stick to it. And it's really helped me to put these recipes online for you. And I'm also trying to do very cost-effective meals. On Monday this week, we had a pot roast, which was on sale. And then Tuesday, and I put that on, that is a video that you would have seen on Tuesday probably. And then the next day we had tortilla soup. I also put that on the channel that you can look at my videos and see. Then last night I had just made actually a shepherd's pie. Barely anybody was home. And shepherd's pie is great for like leftover vegetables and leftover mashed potatoes. So let's say you had pot roast with mashed potatoes. I had gotten a bag of potatoes, and it's a great time to find potatoes on sale right now with St. Patrick's Day coming. But I had done a bag of potatoes, and then if you do extra, well, you have your potato for your shepherd's pie. And then a lot of people have a certain vegetable they use. I use a mixture of corn and cream corn, but you can use any vegetable that you have left over to put in your shepherd's pie. So for us, it's ground beef on the bottom, and you could use ground turkey or ground chicken. And then it is vegetables like corn, and then it is a layer of mashed potatoes. So I also have pork loin on the schedule. I don't know if we'll actually have it tonight or not, but it'll definitely be in the next few days. Nunuk, which is, I don't know how to spell it. It's actually an Armenian soup. I'm going to put that on the channel as well. Super cost effective. It has garbanzo beans in it. And then on Saturday, we're doing a tofu stir fry. And then I also have a steak for Parmesan steak. So Parmesan steak could end up here because I don't like to wait too long to eat a steak because it really does affect the quality. But either way, I will definitely show it to you. But having a meal plan really helps me to stay grounded and keeps me from wasting food because I kind of plan according to what food is going to rot first. Unless, like, the tortilla soup is an exception because my daughter Yvonne really wanted it. So I had to pick a day she was home. But anyway, you get the idea. Another mistake I'll often make is not keeping track of the food I have on hand in the pantry, in the fridge and freezer. That's what I need to currently work on. I'm also going to be going to start comparative shopping, and it's great if you keep that in like a notebook or a journal, something that you can grab and go with so you have prices on hand. That way if I'm at Costco and I see ground beef and I see the price per pound, I can look in my little notebook and see what does my own grocery store currently have it, you know, on pricing. Oh wow, can't talk. So the other thing I'm doing with Costco is I'm not trying to conquer everything at once. It's too overwhelming. So the next thing I'm going to be conquering is meat. I'm going to go to Costco, check out the prices, and I can compare it to the prices in my own grocery store. I have to recognize that part of the reason this seems so chaotic is there's a lot of extra food, and I am really not interested in carrying a lot of extra food. I would prefer to have the food that we're going to eat, and then, you know, in the next week or even month, obviously, you know, you have rice. I get that, but there's just a lot here that probably doesn't need to be here. Like, why did I end up with 4 boxes of cereal? Actually, I think there's another box somewhere in here, which would be 5. I am doing better at looking at the freezer and planning what we're going to eat according to what I have. I do have these vegetables that no one seems to want, so I'm looking into how to make vegetable broth, and I think I'm going to use them toward a vegetable broth. The refrigerator is where I struggle the most because a lot of us are cooking, and then I don't keep track of leftovers or what we might need, and then I end up with too many vegetables in here that don't get eaten in time. So that's an area I really want to work on. You know, I got some bag salad because it was on sale, but now I need to make sure that it's getting eaten. I really need to not only shop sales, but shop my own refrigerator, freezer first, and keep checking every couple of days to see if there's anything that I need to pull out and freeze before it spoils or before dates go on meats, for example. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first see if there's anything that needs to be tossed. I'm not talking to you, dear, just you. And then I'm going to see if there's any meat that needs to be either cooked or frozen.
Oops, I'm sorry.
She just went in there.
Just checking to see if anybody was in there.
Because sometimes I don't notice. So this says, yeah, this I need to freeze if I'm not going to eat today. And then, oh, my steak is bleeding. So that's going to go in a Glad Lock. And then this made a mess. This is going to get cooked today, but I'm going to put it in plastic. This I need to make more attractive for people to eat. So that's going to happen tonight with tonight's dinner. And then this needs to be broken up and frozen. I need to ask my husband about this. I do not even know.
That's the barbecue. It can be thrown out.
Okay. Also, I got all these like tomato sauces.
Some of them are tomato and some of them are chili. That's a tomato sauce. The one in the stand-up thing is a red chili sauce. Don't get rid of that.
And what? The stand-up thing is a red chili sauce.
Yeah, don't get rid of that.
Okay.
And the beans, don't get rid of the beans.
Yeah. Okay. And then this, I am going to cook this up and do a soup on another day. I didn't even have this. See, what happened was I saw that it was on sale. And so I bought it because, hello, 99 cents a pound. I forgot to put it on my list for my meal plan. If you notice, the meal plan I gave you, this wasn't even on there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven, get it cooked, and I'm going to boil the bones, make stock, do the whole thing, and make a really nice soup with it. So it's fine, but that's why it's good for me to kind of look through every once in a while and see what I got going on so that I don't end up wasting food. All right, so I'm using a disinfecting wipe just because it is blood that was spilled from the steak. Might need to take these out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take these out. Run them under some hot water. My paintbrush. Sometimes it's good to have liners, and sometimes it's a pain in the neck. Most of the time it's good. I like to separate my meat. That way I can take out whatever I need based on who's going to be home that night. And that's helped me not to waste meat and money. And the turkey burger, I always do in 1 portion sizes because usually it's just my daughter Rachel and I that eat this, and we don't always eat it the same night. So it works out good to have these in single person portions. This is all that needs to be tossed, which really isn't that bad for me. Let me know in the comment section below, what struggle can you most identify with that I shared? What advice might you have for others? A tip that you have found, a way that you have found to keep track of food, keep it organized. Let us know any tips you have. Be reading in the comment section. So many people down there are a lot smarter than I am. So we're on this journey together. Remember, as always, God loves you and I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time, which will hopefully be tomorrow.